Hey everyone, it's me Tim, and today I'm going to talk about 5 tips for etiquette when riding a motorcycle in national parks. Stick around. So I think it's really important that we all be respectful when we're traveling around on motorcycles. It gives people a good impression of motorcyclists, and I think it helps them be a little more fond of motorcycle riders in general. So I think it's important that we all be respectful, and especially when we're traveling in a national park. For many reasons, I think it's important that we have certain etiquette, and these are 5 tips for etiquette for traveling on a motorcycle in national parks. And the first one is to obey the speed limit. This can be kind of annoying sometimes because the speed limits can be pretty low, but it's important that you go the speed limit for the safety of yourself and also of the other park visitors and of course the wildlife. If you're speeding and you hit a bison in Yellowstone, you're probably not going to have a good day. So it's important that you respect the speed limit, you obey the speed limit. And tip number 2 is to stay on designated roads and trails. This is really important. It can be tempting if we ride off-road to kind of make our own trail, but this is something we should definitely not be doing in national parks, as we want to keep everything as pristine as it is for the next generations to come and visit the parks. Tip number 3 is to be mindful of noise levels. Motorcycles can tend to be a little bit loud, especially if you ride a Harley. It's important to keep the noise levels to a minimum, avoid revving your engine and being excessively loud. This is going to disturb the other people in the park and also the wildlife. Tip number 4 is to always yield to pedestrians and wildlife, especially wildlife. This is their home, and we've got to remember that when we're visiting national parks, and it's really important that we respect that and give them the right of way if they happen to be crossing the street or standing in the street or anything like that. And number 5, the final tip, is to leave no trace. Basically, leave the park the same way you found it. Don't take any souvenirs like rocks or things like that. And don't leave any trash behind. Pack it in, pack it out, all that good stuff. Very important that we leave no trace so that we leave the parks looking good for the next people to come visit. And anyways, those are 5 tips for etiquette for traveling on a motorcycle in the national parks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.